What is up, YouTube family? This is JT&E Backyard Orchard. We are growing in Central California, Zone 9A/B. We're kind of in that really A-B area, so we get cold weather. As you can tell, it's really cold this morning. We're about at 36 degrees today. It's been very cold lately, very wet. There's been some rainstorms. Also, as you can tell, the ground is a little frozen right there. So we don't get snow, but we get that really cold frost on the ground. I don't know if you can see from that angle. That is dew on the ground, but it has frosted over because how cold it is. So that's kind of why we're in that zone 9A/B, because we don't get really cold frozen weather. That's just what our area is. It's kind of like /A/B. So yeah, we're in zone 9, and it's been kind of cold, really wet. Been working a lot of hours, so I haven't made a video. Sorry about that. In my last video, I mentioned my subscribers. We're almost at 200 subscribers, and thanks to the YouTube community, I mean, really within, I think, a couple hours we reached 200. And then when it came to after New Year's Eve, it was New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day came, we hit up like around 218, and right now we're at 222. Thanks to you guys, thanks to you subscribers, to the YouTube community. Really, it's a big milestone for me, and I can't wait to get even higher. So thank you guys for your subscriptions, subscribing to our channel. Thank you for watching our videos. Comments on there are amazing. I have the specific few amount of people that comment on my videos every day or every time we post, and we appreciate it. You know who you are. We appreciate it. So go ahead, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, comment down below. Share the videos. We got a lot of content coming out. Like I said, it's been kind of really cold. The trees have been wet. It's been raining, but it's also wet just from like the morning fog, the mist, the dew. So I haven't been able to really spray anything, do any of our winter care yet. But those videos are coming. Today's video is going to be about Sumo citrus, also Dekopon citrus, Shiranui Dekopon citrus. I'm going to show you kind of what we got going on for our Sumo citrus tree that we have back here. And then also we bought a Sumo citrus from the store to compare. And then we bought what is a Shiranui Dekopon citrus at the store also. Just kind of show you size difference. Now they're all of the same citrus, but they are branded differently through companies. The original Sumo Shiranui Dekopon citrus is now Sumo citrus. So it's named differently. There's a lot of background to it. I don't want to get into too much detail on it. But yeah, so we're going to talk about how we have the Sumo citrus that we bought in store, and then the Shiranui Dekopon citrus. It was labeled that way. So they're all the same, but we're gonna jump right into today's video. We got one Sumo citrus on our tree right there. We're gonna harvest that, and then we'll kind of show you comparison, do a taste test. And while we got the video kind of going on, I'll give you a little bit of background about it. But yeah, let's jump right into today's video. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about this citrus really quick. It's a Sumo citrus, also known as Dekopon. Shiranui Dekopon is a large, sweet, seedless Japanese hybrid mandarin known for its bumpy top knot, easy peel skin, and intense flavor. It's packed with vitamin C and potassium. It's available in a short winter spring season in stores January through April. The origin created in Japan in the 1970s, these citrus fruits cross between a Mandarin Satsuma and an orange were brought to the US, first appearing in California in 1998 and hitting shelves in 2011. So we're in 2026 now, so it hasn't been too long. The appearance is recognizable by the large size, bumpy texture, and distinctive top knot, and that's where they get the name from. Sumos from Japan. They have the sumo wrestlers, and also Dekopon has to do with the sumo wrestlers. But the flavor texture is exponentially sweet, juicy, less acidic than other mandarins, with a deep, rich flavor and no seeds, unless pollinated in some way. The skin is loose and peels off easily in large sections, making it a mess-free snack. And it's available, like again I said, for a short season. The growing process is high maintenance, requiring hand pruning for sunlight and 20 to 40 day curing period. And let's get into today's video, Sumo Mandarin. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and harvest this off. A lot of the tree, it is still really cold, but a lot of the tree, you can see they're starting to get a lot of swollen buds, which is a good sign. That means we're gonna have a lot of good growth this year. And we're not gonna let any citrus fruit on this tree this year. We only did this one because we wanted to try it. You know, it's a small tree, so I want to let it focus on its growth this year. But I was selfish this last year and let one you know, come to maturity. But let's go ahead and cut it off now with Sumo citrus. If you can tell, I'll show you a close-up after I harvest it. When you're harvesting it and you want it to stay fresh longer, you always want to cut it right up at the stem. If you're gonna eat it right away, you could just yank it off the tree, but this is an easy peel. They call it zipper skin type citrus. So if you just yank it off and you're not gonna eat it right away, it's gonna rip off the top or rip off somewhere around here, and it won't stay fresh as long. So you want to go ahead, beans. We're gonna eat it pretty soon. Probably in this video we'll do a taste test on it. But if you want, you know, to keep it fresh and on your counter a little bit longer, you just cut at the stem like I'll do right now, and then I'll show you. All right. So just like that, you want to cut it at the stem. You don't want to yank it off because this is a zipper skin, and I'll show you that right now, along with the other citrus that we got from the store, just to show in comparison. Look how beautifully orange that is. It has a little give, which is what you want. So hopefully this is really nice and tasty. This will be the first fruit for this tree, at least for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and check it out and compare sizes and everything to store-bought. And you see how bright and orange that is. That came directly off of our tree. So first I gotta say, these just smell so amazing. If you could smell it through the phone, just that nice citrus, orange smelling. It just smells really, really good. So this is our tree, our harvest off of our tree, Sumo Mandarin. Now, this is a store-bought mandarin, Sumo Mandarin. This is a store-bought one. And you can see where they kind of cut the stem off right there, because, like, again, if you pull it off, you're gonna damage the crown right here where it gets the sumo trait. And when you damage that, that's when it starts to spoil. And even inside, when you open it, it could have some mold inside the orange. And there's a lot of complaints about that in store, because a lot of bad reviews on it, and people are like, oh, there's mold or whatever, because these don't ship very well. That's why, I mean, you can buy them in store, but if they get damaged even a little bit, they start to spoil. So, you know, whoever's harvests these ones, these again are labeled as Sumo, the company they come through. You know, they do a really good harvest. They take their time with the harvest, so they cut it just right, which is really good. And they cut it really low at that stem. You also don't want the stem sticking up too much, like how I cut mine. as far as, you know, commercial wise, you wouldn't want that, because that will also kind of do this to the citrus and poke it, and then that'll cause it to, you know, spoil faster as well. But beans, we're just doing it for our house, our household, you know, it's, you know, it's good enough for us. Yeah, so size comparison to store-bought, which is ours. This is store-bought. Now there is some pretty decent sized store-bought ones. I just grabbed this one because it was the first one. But in comparison to this one, this is off our tree, and you can kind of tell this one is really orange. This one came off our tree. It's really orange. There's no green anywhere. And then this is the store-bought Sumo. Now they harvest these a little bit sooner. That way they ship a little bit easier, I guess, to where they have a little bit more firmness. But you really want these to tree ripen as long as possible, because they get sweeter, which I'm hoping this is the case with ours. You see that green in the store-bought, no green on ours. Now this one, look at the size comparison on these three. Make sure I'm getting a good shot of this. This one was labeled at the store Dekopon, Shiranui Dekopon. Now just look at the size comparison to the notch on top. So I'm hoping I'm getting a good shot of this. And make sure again. So this is the Shiranui Dekopon. This is what it was labeled as when I bought it. This is the Sumo from the store, and this is a Sumo from our tree. Now this is all three the same citrus, but if it just looks, this is what they say online, it's the same citrus, and it probably is, it is, you know, but it's labeled differently, manufactured differently, not manufactured, but harvested. Whoever decides to label it as Shiranui Dekopon Sumo, to me, there looks like a little bit of a difference. Maybe this one just had a smaller notch on it than this one, but the Shiranui Dekopon definitely looks different compared to the Sumo. They say they're the same Mandarin, but you know, it's just labeling. But to me, there's a little bit of a difference. And I've been told there's a difference, but they all are the same Mandarin orange. And a little bit of background on these. This is actually a cross between a Mandarin and an orange. If I find out the names of it, I can't remember exactly right now. I'll put those in the video right here. So they technically, it's not a Mandarin and it's not an orange. A lot of people say Shiranui Dekopon Mandarin, Sumo Mandarin. That's what they are named, but it's technically not either. It's neither orange nor Mandarin. It's more orange than Mandarin, and it's more Mandarin than orange, if that makes sense. I've done a little bit of research on it, and that's what has been said. So let's go ahead and open these up and see if we can taste them. Any difference in them from our homegrown one off our tree to store-bought. Alright, so I don't know which one I want to start off with first. Standing right here in front of my Blenheim apricot. This thing has just got beautiful scaffolding branches. I can't wait to prune into this one this year. Like I said, everything's really wet, so I haven't been able to do much winter pruning. So let's go ahead and I don't know what to try first. Let's try the Dekopon, Shiranui Dekopon, the one that's labeled Shiranui Dekopon from the store. Let's go ahead and try that one first. Okay, so you see how easy it is to rip that top. If you pull that off while you're harvesting, you're not gonna be able to keep it shelf life going for any time longer on your countertop or anything like that. You're gonna have to eat it pretty much right away. So let's go ahead and rip into this. See how easy it is to peel the skin. It's kind of like the cuties in the store, but the Shiranui Dekopon, like I said, they're all supposed to be the same. Sumo Mandarin, Shiranui Dekopon. According to the internet, I've been told differently, that they are a little bit different, but easy peel. Let's go ahead and taste test. Okay. Wow. That's really sweet. That's a Shiranui Dekopon. I'm really excited to try our Sumo. Alright, which one should we try next? I think I'm going to save the best for last, for hopefully what I think the best for last is. Let's go ahead and try the Sumo Mandarin from the store. Now again, this is what it's labeled as, Sumo Mandarin. And the other one was labeled as Shiranui Dekopon Mandarin. So same thing. This one's a little bit harder to, it's more greener. That's kind of why I feel like it is a little bit more harder, but it's still peeling pretty easily. There's that Sumo top just coming right off. It's easy peel. Not like the navel oranges, Washington oranges, to where like you gotta really dig in there and peel it off. Now the size compared to the Shiranui Dekopon from the store, this one's a little bit bigger. Go and taste it. Okay. Wow, that's really sweet. Really, really sweet. It does taste a little different to the Shiranui Dekopon. The Shiranui Dekopon has more of like a acidic-y flavor. Now they say they're the same Mandarin. I keep saying this, I'm gonna keep repeating it in the video. They say they're the same Mandarin, but I taste a difference. The Sumo from the store, crazy delicious. Crazy delicious. The Richter scale on this one for the sugar content has to be, I don't know, 12, 15 high. Really, really good. Wow. I am excited for our homegrown Sumo. Now this one, remember, was a little bit green. Alright, I'm only going to try probably one of these, because I got to save these for my family. They're really excited to try this. Homegrown. We've already tried some of the Sumos inside from the store. We started seeing these in store around New Year's Eve. So we bought some of them, and they were really good. The first ones we got was that Dekopon, the Shiranui Dekopon, and it was more acidic tasting, like kind of like real sour but sweet. And then when we got the Sumo, we were like, oh my god, I can't wait to try the homegrown one that we have. So let's go ahead and rip into this one. And again, there's no green on here anywhere, except for the leaves, obviously. Now let's see how this one pops off. Oh man, really, really, really good. Easy peel. Okay, so this one got a little damaged. It's been on the tree, and I had it tied up kinda. You can kind of see right there. It got a little damaged. I was kind of seeing that it was a little soft, so had me worrying about that a little bit. Wow, it smells super sweet. My hands were dirty a little bit. Sorry about that. Alright, that's kind of weird. This is supposed to be seedless. Maybe I left it on the tree for too long. Maybe it got fertilized from a different one from the nursery where I got this. But there's a seed right there. Alright, let's go ahead and taste it. Well, there's seeds in this. There's another seed right here. And it's supposed to be seedless. One's from the store, seedless. So more than likely it got, pollinated. It got pollinated. It got pollinated somehow by something that was close to it. That's why it has a seed. Let's go ahead and, there's no other seed. Let's go try it out. Wow. Holy crap. That's amazing. Way better than store-bought. I'm just saying, I mean, anything's better than store-bought. I just gotta go ahead and try one more. I'm gonna save the rest of my family for my family though. They all have little seeds. Yeah, so it got fertilized. It got pollinated, which is fine. Being at our house is not gonna get pollinated. The sugar content on this is insane. Wow. I am glad we got one of these Sumo trees. It's a great addition to the backyard. The fruit tastes amazing. So much sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and save the rest of these for my family so they can try it. I'm gonna keep them separated here. I'm gonna eat this last one. This is from the other Sumo. This is the Shiranui Dekopon Sumo, and this is the homegrown Sumo. I mean, very, very good. About the size of oranges, which is what we wanted. We love oranges, but we love mandarins more. So why not get a cross between both? Alright, well that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate, all the support we've had in 2025. The last 3 to 4 months, I started recording YouTube videos. All the support we've had since then to now, I believe today's date, let me check, January 11th. We're at 222 subscribers right now. That is amazing, and we appreciate all of the support, comments, the likes. We appreciate everything you guys have done for us so far, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. All the content we're going to be coming out with to show you guys. Again, we have a lot of winter care, fruit tree spray, late winter pruning coming into spring before everything starts waking up. We're gonna do separate videos on every tree we have out here, so stay tuned for that. Hit that bell notification to where when the new videos do come out, you get the notification of that, and then you get to watch it, be one of the first ones to watch it, maybe be one of the first ones to comment on it. That'll be amazing. Again, we appreciate everything you have done for us so far. 222 subscribers is amazing. We got a lot of content coming out. Backyard chickens, backyard orchard. Again, this is JT&E Backyard Orchard, and we appreciate you guys. And like my daughter always says, go ahead and boom that button, and we will see you on the next one.